What's up guys, welcome back to my Lorethrough series. Today we'll make a quick lap around southern Caelid and talk about the field and dungeon bosses that aren't part of any greater NPC questline. If you end up enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe as I release a new Lorethrough episode every Thursday. Let's start with the tunnels. Caelid has two of them. We've visited Gale Tunnel before from the Limgrave side, however we, together with Alexander, were blocked by a door that could only be opened from the Caelid side. This tunnel has regular miners employed by the Redmane soldiers of Fort Gale. After dispatching of them and opening the door to Limgrave, we challenged the tunnel's boss, a magma worm. For those who don't remember, magma worms are actually people who participated in Dragon Communion. Going too far in their hunger for dragon power transformed them into these hideous land-bound dragons. In contrast to Gale Tunnel, Celia Crystal Tunnel has glintstone miners employed by Celia, the town of sorcery. They are guarded by the same pests who also guarded Millicent in her church, so it seems the pests do have some connection to the town. To what extent is not entirely clear yet. The boss of this tunnel is a falling star beast, which quite fittingly uses gravity magic. These beasts are actually the larval form of that hideous creature that fired gravity magic at us in Ainsel River Well. Perhaps we'll meet some more of them soon. There are two caves in Caelid, the more interesting one being the Gale Cave. It is a prison guarded by vulgar militiamen, with the prisoners being burning putrid corpses who can be released with a lever at the end of the cave. There's no way to know why they were imprisoned or how they were tortured to turn them into these things, but the items that can be found in their cells do tell us that these were once just regular people. What a cruel fate. And just as usual, wherever there is a big accumulation of suffering and despair, the flame of frenzy is not far. The boss is a frenzied duelist who was probably also imprisoned here and saw all the terrors. The abandoned cave is an absolute hellhole of scarlet rot gazers, whose only notable feature is a couple of dismantled abductor virgins left behind, as the cave was abandoned. The boss at the end of it is a clean rotten knight duo. As for field bosses, next to the southern part of the Caelid highway on the way to Celia is the rotten DragonExecus. According to the description of his rot breath, he was known as the Dragon Communion Revenger, and even after he succumbed to the scarlet rot, he still rains terror on everybody who's trying to reach the Cathedral of Dragon Communion. He's fueled by hatred for everyone who has a hunger for dragon hearts. There's also a duo of mad Pumpkinheads in the Caelid ruins, guarding the Visage Shield, but we've already met one of those in Limgrave, so there's nothing new here. Right behind the church where we first entered Caelid, there is a minor Erdtree. It turns out even the Erdtree avatar guarding it has been affected by the scarlet rot that's spreading through Caelid, so its staff is rotten and its butt slam spreads scarlet rot. It is therefore only known as the Putrid Avatar instead of the Erdtree Avatar. Right behind it are the minor Erdtree Catacombs. There's nothing really notable here, except that the boss is a burial watchdog duo. These were crafted from the same material as the crystal darts and can therefore be short-circuited by them, which makes them fight each other. I just thought I'd show this hilarious way to kill them, since there's nothing else interesting going on in this cave. The Caelid Catacombs in the south are even less interesting, with the boss being a cemetery shade that dies in just 3 hits. What's much more interesting is the war Dead Catacombs. They are in the back of Radahn's massive arena, and full of spirits of Redmane soldiers and Cleanrot knights, still carrying out that final battle of the Shattering between Malenia and Radahn, even after the death of these soldiers. A wonderful bit of visual storytelling for those who would think to check back here. However, these catacombs are, for some reason, scaled at a much higher level than the rest of Caelid, more at the level of the Dragon Barrow. So if you find them or the Putrid Tree Spirit boss at the end too hard, you could always come back later. We'll always take a look at the night bosses last. There's a Knight's Cavalry on the southern Caelid highway and a Deathrite bird just to the side of it. I won't go into too much detail on them since we've met both of them before. Notably, this Deathrite bird drops one of the best weapons in the game if you're going for an intelligence build, the Death's Poker. And that wraps up Caelid, at least the southern half of it. The Dragon Barrow is still way above our pay grade, so we'll come back to it much later. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If not, tell me how I can improve these videos in the future. I'll see you next time when we go down Radahn's hole. Bye bye.